Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for a new moon reading, and it is today, I believe. Yes, the 23rd. I think it peaked at like 5:16 a.m. So we are a little behind it, but as we know, and as I just looked at my clock, it says 10:10. We are in the flow, we are in alignment, and 10:10 means a cycle is completing. So as I was saying, there's a 5-day cycle with new moons and full moons. The 2 days before, the 2 days after, and that 5-day bubble is when we are feeling everything. I just posted on the community page and on my Instagram all about what can happen to the mind, body, your energy during full moon cycles and new moons. There's so many shifts that occur and it can bring up so much emotion. And I don't know about you guys, that's one of my favorite phrases I always say in all of my videos. I don't know about you all, but I was experiencing intense grief, feeling like nothing good was ever going to happen to me, and kind of like, what's the point of life? I had no drive, I had no desire. I actually canceled all of my appointments. I was exhausted. The thought of just texting somebody was draining my energy. So I needed a complete reset. And then what usually happens with these new moons and full moons is we go through that little bit of a purge. And I also, speaking of purge, I also did a burn ceremony. I texted my one friend Elisa, who's her family. She has 6 kids. I know, right? 6 kids, crazy. And 3 of them are triplets. She was pregnant when I was pregnant. She had her son Luca when I had my daughter Micah the same summer. So we've been close for so long. We taught across the hall from each other for 14 years. She's an Italian teacher. She's amazing. So anyway, her family is all about spirituality, nature, all the things. So she has a fire pit in her backyard. So I texted her and I was like, hey, could we do a ceremony with the kids? And she actually had her cousin up from North Carolina and their kids. So it was so fun to be around all people that are spiritually connected and putting their energy and intention towards purging the old and getting ready for the new. And that's what I needed to do. And as soon as I purged 20 years worth of journals, all of my grief, every time I was wishing for my life to be better, always manifesting, not really appreciating where I was. It was all just this lower vibrational Michelle that I was throwing into the fire. And it felt so good. The hours leading up to it, I was crying. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to let go of these journals. What if I want to write a book in the future and I need to reference back to these journals? That was my biggest holdup was, am I going to purge these and regret it? And then something just came over me and said, get it out of your house. And in that moment, it was still like 2 or 3 hours before the ceremony. And I literally like gathered all my journals in a little cool like gold bin and I walked it out to my Jeep. And that's all I did. I put it in my Jeep and then I got back in the house. But as we go through these purges, what happens afterwards is the magic. So what I'm experiencing now that I'm out of the energy of feeling like lifeless and what's the point and why am I even doing my readings? Why do I have YouTube? I'm tired of it all. I'm drained, I'm burned out. And then all of a sudden this life force came back into me and I kept saying, Michelle, you can't hear your intuition. What is going on? You're so used to tracking the signs and when something pops up on your feed, you're like, yeah, this is for me. It was meant to be. There's like a little bit of zest and magic. I feel like it's been silent for like weeks. But that's just my awareness. It's been there, but I just haven't been seeing it. So I sat in the bathtub and I'm like, what is going on? Because I know with me, with water, I get a lot of downloads and I get a lot of ideas, especially when it's winter outside and it's too cold to go for my walks and I'm not with nature as much as I should be. I go to my bathtub and that usually does the trick. Well, as I was in my bathtub, a video popped up on my YouTube about how to grow your channel and to get how to monetize it. And I'm like, I sat down and wrote, and I'm sharing all this because when you guys go through these cycles with the new moons and full moons, it's always a purge and a rebirth. So my rebirth moment was, why am I doing YouTube? Why am I here? What was the drive when I initially started it? I kind of started it just for fun. I didn't have these goals. I've never been somebody who's planned out their life. Ever since my daughter passed away, I stopped planning out of fear of disappointment. So I didn't want to put things out there that this good thing's going to happen, because then what if it all comes crashing down, which is what happened to me. So now I'm like so intuitive, and I like to just go with the flow. And there's a healthy aspect to that, and then there's an unhealthy aspect because it's fear. But most of my life, I'm intuitive, and I don't like to set out that masculine energy to make a plan and do it. It's just not who I am. But a piece of me is like, Michelle, you have to start doing that. Like, if you want to grow yourself, you have to learn, what's going to make your channel get more views. You have to learn, like, how do you monetize it? So I'm sitting in the bathtub, and my guides bring up a video, and it says you need 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. You need 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, I already have 1,000. And then I went and looked at my watch hours, and it was like 1.4K. And I'm like, okay. So then, I don't know, this rebirth energy came up, and all of a sudden I had this drive again. I had this passion to want to. The whole purpose of me doing YouTube is to help people, because I was once suffering through my loss, through my awakening, through breakups, through the spiritual journey, through leaps of faith, leaping jobs. And now I want to provide the comfort and ease and flow and learning about how the universe works and when it wants you to leave something and how to not make it more difficult by taking action and doing it. I want to help you all with that. That's my why. And I had forgotten that I have all these tools, and I kept thinking like I'm not making a difference, which is silly because I am. But now I want to reach more. And now I have this rebirth energy. I feel like I'm in new skin, and I just want to reach as many people as I can with these messages of hope, of that you can co-create your life and you can make it better. And as much as I have co-created the life I'm living now, I still have moments where I need to get in the bathtub and figure out why I'm doing it. So it's this, life is not linear. Like, it's going to be high and low, and you're going to be all over the place. But the key is, again, why I'm here teaching this, is that it's okay. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel helpless. And then you're just like, oh, I need to take a week off and figure it out. And then that inspiration will pour through you. And a lot of times it happens around new moons and full moons. So I made a little list here before we start our card pulling and before we open up sacred space, some things that I think are channeled messages that I think you might need to hear. Because a lot of times what I'm going through is what everybody else is going through, and nobody's just saying it out loud. So I put new moon, number 1, environment. What habits are not serving you? For me, I noticed this week, every time I would go to the gym, the universe would make it very uncomfortable. There'd be like 5 or 6 people in there. And I have a small gym at my apartment complex. So when there's like 2 people in there, it feels crowded. Every time I'd go to the gym, there would be like tons of people in there, and I would get annoyed because I'm just like, I like my space. I like my freedom to film when I work out, to do all these different things. So I feel like my guides were saying, Michelle, stop going to the gym. You can take a break. And I'm not so much like I need to go or I'm going to like lose my mind. I just like to go. I think it's like one of my favorite parts of my day. So I feel like that was being taken from me. So if you experience some of your favorite routines being taken from you this week, that's okay. Sometimes we have to learn to be okay without it. Second thing, no more playing around, getting to business. So when you find yourself kind of like, I don't want to use the term, but like kind of dicking around and you're just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel lazy. I feel this, I feel that. Kind of like becoming aware of that and being like, all right, well, what do I want to do? How do I want to be productive? How do I want to help people? And how can I get to business and start doing it? And for me, that was my spirit animal spread. I do it every year around this time. It's my fourth year doing it for my clients, where I use the spirit animal deck, the Kim Kranz Wild Unknown Spirit Animal. And I pull a card for every month for the next year for each client. And it's in a clock format. It's awesome. In the description box below is information if you want to get your own. I'm also going to do a series on YouTube where I explain the animals to you. So when you have this spread, you can refer back to these videos to figure out, say you have the frog for the month of January, right? Well, I'm going to be on a video explaining the frog to you. You're going to get a description from me in your email of what each animal means, but I'm going to go into more detail about how it worked in my life and how you're going to see it work in your daily life and how each month the animals are spot on. So that was me getting to business, me being like, wow, like that spread has helped so many of my clients. They can't wait for me to do it for the next year. It's like they can't wait for January to come around where they're like, I can't wait to see what animals I get for 2023. It changes their life. And that's my job to provide that service because I know how much it helped me. And I had that idea to make it look like a clock and to figure it out and have one overall animal. So getting to business is a big one. Number 3, back to meditating. When you feel like you can't hear your intuition, you have to slow down. Force yourself to meditate. Could be a bath, could be a walk, could be literally just laying on your couch and meditating, which is what I did. Purging my past, purge your past, throw out anything from your past that's weighing you down. If you're having the thought, do it. I had the thought about my journals multiple times in the last 3 months and I was not taking action. So if you're having the thought, do it. Videos popping up. Yep, you're going to start to see that this week is if you're like, you feel like you can't hear your intuition and all of a sudden you're being brought a video that just feels right to you. Seeing how I'm instantly manifesting. Okay, so I've been feeling a little blocked and I don't even want to say this out loud. I'm going to say the opposite. I am so abundant and I am always receiving money every single day. So the opposite of that. But I realized I was instantly manifesting that. We are instant manifestors. You know, I was thinking of a woman last night who bought a gift certificate from me for her daughter for a reading for the holiday season. And she just, hadn't Venmo'd me yet, but she's like a consistent client. I wasn't going to knock down her door. I was like, you know what? I wonder when she'll pay me. And I woke up this morning and she paid me. So we are instantly always manifesting, but what are we manifesting? I had been manifesting the opposite of that statement that I just said. I am so abundant and money comes to me every single day. I was manifesting the opposite because I was in that energy. And that's where I'm like, wow, I have to remember that that's a good sign that I was doing that because it's showing me how much I'm really manifesting. And now we just have to flip it. Okay, the next one is need more intuitive days. So this is you getting out of your house and you getting off of a schedule and just letting your soul take you places, letting your soul grab your phone at certain moments. On Monday morning, I went for a morning drive and I knew I was committing to become a fear coach. Ben Harris, the fear guy on Instagram and on YouTube, he created a course called Fear Alchemy, which you guys have heard me talk about all the time. I'm a huge advocate for it. It has changed my life. And I wish I would have had it back when my daughter passed away and back when I took my leaps of faith for my job, because it would have been way more enjoyable to see that what I was really fearing wasn't real. And it's wild how much what he teaches you helps you become more in alignment with enjoying the process of change. And it can be fun and it doesn't have to be scary. So anyway, I committed to myself. I was like, you know what, Michelle, this is going to be good for you to be a coach and to be on YouTube sharing about fear. I've always been an anxiety coach. I did it for 17 years teaching. I was the mindfulness teacher at a high school. I'd put kids through meditation. I'd help them understand their mind. So why not become a fear and anxiety coach, right? So Monday morning, I'm driving and all of a sudden I hadn't signed up for the course yet. It's a couple $1,000s. So I was like, all right, can I afford this? I don't know. I'm expecting money to come in from my mindfulness programs, but I'm like, no, I walk on faith. I know that if you want to manifest money, you have to give money. You have to send it out to the universe. So I'm driving and I get this intuitive nudge to pull over, grabbed my phone, went into my Telegram app, started looking at the link and trying to figure out how to purchase it to sign up for the program. So he's hosting a program for all creators, for all yoga teachers, for people like me, intuitive readers, people who are like personal trainers, anybody who's coaching people and creating content. He is going to run a 12-week program teaching us about fear and how our clients can benefit from using his tools, and then how we can benefit from it and become better coaches. So we're basically getting certified, which is pretty cool. So I signed up right on the road, and then I got back, I put my phone down, kept driving. I was being moved. I went on an intuitive day. I wasn't expecting to do that Monday morning, but it poured through me and it felt right. And he was so sweet. After I signed up, he texted me, he was like, how do you feel? And I was like, it feels right. It feels like I'm meant to do this. I feel like I'm meant to help people in this way. So having an intuitive day, you end up doing things that you weren't expecting. I was not expecting to spend a couple $1,000s that morning, but something jumped into my body and was like, it's time. You can walk on your faith, and you can know that when you put money and you invest in yourself, that's going to triple your income in the future. It might be a year from now, and maybe I'm making tons of money coaching people, and I can charge more now because I have more to offer. And it's because I made this investment to invest in myself. Okay, and last one is, why am I doing what I'm doing? So we're going to get to the cards in a minute. Sorry, guys. But why are you doing what you're doing? Ask yourself every single part of your day. Why are you going to the gym? Why are you eating that food? Why aren't you eating other foods? Start to really ask yourself, am I doing this because I don't love myself enough and I don't think I'm worthy of good? Why am I putting up with a car that's breaking down all the time? Why don't I sit down and ask the universe for some help? And asking for help is a big piece of this reading today. I just feel it in my bones that when we ask, we receive. Ask, believe, receive. And it's instant. It's not ask, believe, and wait a couple days to receive. Tell yourself that you receive instantly. Okay. Okay. Long intro, but we're moving through now. Okay. So we're going to start by opening sacred space. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages in. Please bless my viewers. Please protect them with this new moon energy that has made all of their minds a little wonky. Their sleep patterns off. Their anxious feelings might be heightened. Please put your white bubble of protection around them. Pour your energy through them and allow them to start getting to business and start taking their life in their hands and creating a better reality for themselves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Deep breath, drop your shoulders. Let's go. Okay, we are going to start with my Micah Magic deck. I just heard 5 cards, and then we're going to do tarot. We're going to do the light seers this time. Okay, 5 cards. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, Spirit. Please move me to bring them the highest messages. Rest, rest, rest. Start the thing. Birds before land. Lady luck is on your side. That's for ladybugs. If ladybugs are a thing for anybody that's lost a loved one, your loved one is coming through and saying that they're with you right now in this reading. And set energetic boundaries. Okay, first 2. Rest and start the thing. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Prior to the new moon, you might have been resting, or maybe after the new moon, you're going to feel called to rest. But after you rest and you actually allow yourself that time and space to just be, that's when you get that like surge, that rebirth to start something new. And birds before land, we've talked about this many times. This card's been coming up a lot lately, ever since I bought my deck or created my deck and when it arrived. This is saying you're getting glimmers and seeing other people with success around you, and that means you're next. And you might be seeing, like, I drove by a house the other day that was for sale, and I actually drove into the driveway this morning, excuse me, and I'm obviously moving energy through my throat chakra right now. So that's a sign that this is a birds before land for me. There's this really cute blue house with a red door. I pulled into the driveway. Nobody lives there right now, but it's for sale. And I drove out of the driveway and I was like, Michelle, how does this feel? Does this feel like your house? And there's little pieces where I'm like, no, I kind of don't want to be on a busy road, but it's got a beautiful view of like an open field, but the road is kind of in the middle of it. But I don't think there's a ton of traffic, but I've never lived on that street, so I don't know. But that was my birds before land, because I've been wanting to rent a home or to live in a home on land. I want open space. Lady luck is on your side. So whatever you're wanting to call in, that you're seeing these signs that it's coming, the universe is saying it's a lucky time for you. So hold that line and set energetic boundaries. I just had a conversation with Ben, the fear guy, last night, and we were talking about relationships and money. And I was telling him that when I threw out my journals, I noticed a pattern in all of my journals that when I was dating certain people, my income slowed down. And that's because that person was not the same vibration as me. And I was lowering my vibration and entertaining to learn a lesson. That was a lesson for me to see what I was not. But I drew them in because of some wounding or some traumas that I needed to heal. And until that was complete, I wasn't ready to leave. So I had to complete that lesson. But my income kind of turned off while I was doing that. And I was like, whoa, this is weird. And it's because I wasn't in alignment with love. I wasn't in my highest joy. I wasn't feeling my best. This relationship was bringing me down. It was making me question myself. It was making me feel like I was being critiqued. And this person did not accept me for who I was. And it's because I was not accepting me for who I was. So the universe brought me this mirror in the form of a character in my movie. He was a character. He wasn't meant to stay. And he showed me where I needed work. And when I learned the lesson, all of a sudden I started to get all these readings and all these Reiki sessions, and my income was booming, but that vibration was blocking because I needed to learn the lesson. I needed to know when we're in love and when we feel good. And when I say in love, I don't mean in love with somebody. When we're in a love state, meaning we love ourselves so much that we're not putting up with any different vibration that's telling us anything negative about ourselves, because that's the ego and it's a reflection of that. When we're in love, we attract more. We're in gratitude, we're appreciating, we're not stuck trying to figure somebody else out. When you're putting all your energy and trying to figure out whether somebody likes you or not, or whether they're going to show up for you and you're always going to be disappointed, your energy is being siphoned. And that's the lesson, is pulling it back and saying, how is this person taking from me? And why am I letting them take from me? So setting energetic boundaries is a huge one. Huge, huge, huge. Okay, Light Seers Tarot, let's go. First one off the bat, Page of Pentacles. So this card in the book, it actually says, like, keep your head in the clouds, keep dreaming, but stay grounded. So she's got one foot on the ground and her head in the clouds. Pentacles represents earthly possessions, money. It's like Ace is the very beginning of it. It's like the beginning ideas. It's like stay the dreamer, but also be grounded in what you're creating. So that's like the combination of me doing YouTube. It's like I'm dreaming that my channel is going to blow up, but am I staying grounded in the fact that I have to do the work to help that grow? I have to be consistent and post videos every single week. And I have. It'll be a year, January 1st. But I've posted at least 3 videos every single week, if not 6 videos a week. And that's just because I love it so much. And yes, I go through phases where I'm like, oh, I need to take 2 days off, and that's okay too. But I just love it. When I'm not doing it, I feel lifeless. I feel depressed. I'm like, I have to share these messages that are coming through me, and I have to help. So this is saying, do the work, get to business, but also stay the dreamer. Keep manifesting. Keep knowing that it is not your job. It is not my job to take my channel and make it grow. I just have to stay grounded, keep my foot on the ground, keep consistent, being consistent, learn the tools that are going to help me. And then I have to let it go and let the universe make it fly. So same for all of you. What can you start? And then once you start it, you stay consistent and then let the universe take it. Ace of Wands now. Now we have 2. So these are both like initial like beginnings. So the Ace is like a spark, this idea in meditation that you have, and that's the inspired action that you need to follow up with. So Wands is the fiery, passionate energy. Like, what are you passionate about? What is something, like for me, YouTube, I'm so passionate about it. I love creating content. I love getting dressed and doing my hair and getting all dolled up to be on video, and just to see what magic's going to come out of the cards that day and who's going to resonate with it. And that's passion for me. And you guys can feel it. I know you can. You can feel how excited I get and how emotional I get. I don't leave anything to the mind for you to figure out. It's just, I lay it all out there. And this is saying you're having an inspired idea, or you're being called to figure out what is it in your life that you love to do, that you would make videos like every single week doing it. And it might not be videos, but you know what I mean, that you would just forget to eat because you're so busy doing it. And they're saying, do that consistently. Holy cow. Okay, we have the wheel, and we have another page of cups. This is another dreamer. He's saying when pigs fly, if you can look at the top corner, there's a cute little pig. His hair's being like whisked away. So this card is saying, yeah, like that's not going to happen when pigs fly. Actually, it is going to happen because you're manifesting it and you believe in the universe, and it's going to take you, just like I talked about, it's going to take something and make it fly. Look, we just got a card and it's taking something and making it fly. So right when you think like, right when you think something's not going to take off, it's going to take off. And it's because you were persistent and you were consistent and you did not give up on your dream. This is all saying, don't give up on that dream. You're a dreamer. You've been dreaming of it forever and you're so passionate about it. And it's saying, don't give up. Stay the course. See the beams coming out of his heart too, of his shirt? He's not giving up hope. And cups is emotion. And then we have the wheel, number 10. And we started this reading with 10-10. So this is a completion energy. There's a cycle completing, the wheel has turned, and now everything is in your favor. Everything's going to start happening for you. And I put that underneath. So when I lay these out, sometimes I lay them out and I'm talking and I don't know where I'm putting them. I'm sure you guys see me always like adjusting like this. It's not so much a perfectionist energy. It's just I'm moving them because I'm getting messages as I'm moving them. But I put the Ace of Wands under start the thing, which is so perfect because it wasn't there in the beginning, because that's like that initial idea. You're going to start it. Page of Pentacles is under rest. So you're dreaming it into, you're staying grounded, but you're staying the dreamer. You're resting so that you can come up with the dream. Birds before land, birds, something flying. That's a sign that it's coming. And then we have the wheel underneath. Lady Luck is on your side. So the universe is going to be clicking this wheel into place for you, and you're going to be soaring. Look at her. She's balancing the shadow aspect of herself and the light. She's learned the dance. She's learned how to balance on these pentacles. It's because she did the work, just like I was talking about getting to business. What do you need to complete in your life? What email do you need to send? What closet do you need to clean? Start being the person that has the lifestyle you want, and what are they doing throughout the day? I was on, I think it was Instagram or TikTok, and I saw a quick little reel or TikTok, and it was a girl in like a really cute crop long sleeve workout shirt, and the back was open, and she looked super fit and strong and sexy, but really driven. She was a businesswoman. She had the cutest yoga pants on. And she was standing in her kitchen, and there was this thick white countertop island, which is what I've been manifesting for myself. I keep imagining myself running my hand across the countertop and imagining myself in my dream home, and where I pull my Jeep into the drive, or my Bronco. I'm going to have a white Bronco, the new ones. And I'm pulling my white Bronco in, and I see this girl in this TikTok, and I'm like, that's the body that I know that I have. It felt like my energy. She was in the house and she was just like recording a video of her dancing, but she had a really powerful message behind it. And it was just the idea of the house behind her and her workout clothes. It felt like me, but she had so much depth, and what she looked like didn't matter. The house didn't matter. It was what she was saying that was so beautiful and important. But the whole package was kind of like, I want to be her. That's like feeling good in my own body, knowing I take care of myself and I inspire other people to want to take care of their bodies. And I have a beautiful home that just, when you look at it, it's soothing to your eyes as the viewer, but I get to enjoy it because I've never owned a home. I'm 40 years old and I've never owned a home. So that's like a huge dream of mine. So to see her, that was like birds before land. I was seeing my life before my eyes of what was coming my way. And it's like this completion energy. It's her balanced. She has everything that she's ever wanted, but she's worked really hard for it. And now she's like It's all flooding into her life, I'm hearing. It's all going to flood into your life when you've learned how to balance your energy, when you've learned how to take care of yourself, when you ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? Would somebody who has the dream job, the perfect house, according to their needs, not anybody else's, throat chakra, if you had all those things, you had the comforts, you had the desire to help people, what would you be waking up and doing each day? Would you still be doing the patterns that you're doing today? You probably wouldn't. So start changing them now. Okay, we're going to end with one more card. That's going to go underneath set energetic boundaries. Watch it be like a relationship card. Ooh, King of Cups. Heck yes. So when she balances her energy, it is relationship. She is now paired up with a man who is a king, and he has balanced energy as well. The King of Cups is the most grounded. He's the most calm. He's aware of his emotions. He's loving and kind, and he has a fish necklace around his neck, which could be Pisces energy for anybody out there, but it's also saying like he's not a fish out of water. He can be anywhere and find balance. And there's a starfish in there as well, which means he's bright, he's shining bright, he is a star. So it might be a celebrity for somebody out there or somebody in the limelight. But he has this burst of energy pouring through his chest, and there's a crown or a king crown above his head. So he is stepping into his kingdom because he has balanced his own energy, his masculine and feminine energies. He's knowing how to manifest money, manifest better life for himself. He's helping people. He's a serviceman. So whoever this is for, this could also be just you. This could be you really finding that energy of just, I got it. I finally made it to where I wanted to be. And everything now, like once you're there, there doesn't have to be lag time. I almost just said it. There does not have to be lag time with the universe catching up to you. It can be instant. If you believe it's instant, it will be instant. So start telling yourself that now that you're aligned, everything's here. It's going to be here now. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed this full moon or new moon reading. Set your intentions, purge what no longer serves you. Ask yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? Get to business and keep dreaming. And remember, you are manifesting instantly, always. Now, if things are not showing up the way you want them to show up, you're manifesting that. So switch your belief systems. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next video. Real fast, before we go, I was going to say like, comment, subscribe, but when you comment, tell me what you want to see more of on my channel. I did a poll on my community page to see like, why do you guys come watch me? How can I serve you more? Do you like the readings? Do you like the manifestation videos? Do you like all of it? Should I keep the variety going? Sometimes each week I sit down and I'm like, I don't know what they want. I want to do what I love, number one, because that's my mission, is to be of service to myself and to others. But I also want to make sure I'm not creating content that nobody really wants. So I want to be really efficient with my energy, and I want to be able to help you all more. So comment below and let me know what you want more of right now. And I'm sending you so much love. And if you want a spirit animal spread for you want an animal for every month of 2023, it's $20.23. You can Venmo me, PayPal me, Cash App me below. And I will, when you pay me, drop in your email so I can email you back your spread. And I'll give it to you within 24 hours. And you're just going to have magic for the whole year. And stay tuned for my series on the spirit animals. All right, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.